Anyway,
What's going on, folks? It's been a while.
yes,
Highs
it's
and
been a while.
lows. I just have to say this. We're gonna start off with the Royal Rumble because I don't want to start off with football, but I'll just say this. I want to bring this up again. Yo, D, the Chiefs. I'm gonna say this one more time. I feel like they got a PlayStation achievement ready and waiting when they win the Super Bowl. Let's see how much of a difficulty we can do to win the Super Bowl. Get rid of our
Boy,
best wide receiver. Challenge accepted.
hey Chris,
It's like beating fucking Resident Evil 4 on professional on new game. Not new game plus, new game.
I just
Let's
have
see
to
where it
say
goes.
this. I have to say this. After,
They went into two
after,
people's homes and beat them on a handicap. That's
man,
crazy.
Chris, we would get into it after the Royal Rumble, but
Well, half your dreams came true, D.
no. It all came true. It's still all the same encompassing dream. All of us are going down in a ball of fucking fire and
And
flame and
meanwhile,
ash
meanwhile,
and brimstone. We
one,
all going down.
meanwhile,
Love it.
one Patrick Mahomes' dad is out here smoking a cigar. Like I'm proud of my son. I love it.
Man, I don't know what y'all talking about, man. This is normal. I had to get another. I had to get another pack, man. This the this
He,
Lamar Jackson one.
he's the
I'm
one.
I'm gonna put this out here. I am sick and tired of y'all calling Patrick Mahomes Jr. not black.
It really
Yes,
is kind of like
yes,
because
his
he has a white wife.
family. No, yes, his family. Yes, his that's red, but that's really blonde hair, his eyes, the way he talks, his skin color, his super white wife. Yes, all of that Negro come out the second he go down, set that. Project
Oh,
Pat is still
also,
Project Pat. That
this,
is the that
also
is
this.
that's a black
D,
quarterback. I love it.
this black man jester.
Oh yeah, that little that little joke right there.
The black man jester. There ain't
Nah,
no
we
white,
got
no
this, bro.
white person doing that. That's a black man. Like
No, we got this, bro. Go,
we
no,
got
bring
this.
it back, bring it back. Sad, sad. No, we don't. No audible. Sad. Like the whole line come at him. He does like an underarm joke like that. All of a sudden, Tony can catch a ball.
Hold on, hold on. If they win the Super Bowl next season, they're gonna come into the locker room of go cock a gun like, Coach, what are you doing with a gun? I just shot both your kneecaps. So let's see if we can win the Super Bowl off this.
Oh man! And one more thing before we get into it. Chargers. F y'all. F y'all for ruining my dream. For ruining my dream. He
Yeah,
was
he's
supposed
going.
to leave Michigan. He was supposed to come to Dallas, and we were supposed to get a Super Bowl on some BS.
Nah,
Oh no,
he's
no,
going to the Diamond Dogs.
he's going to the Diamond Dogs,
The
which
real
means
big boss has hit.
that's going to be interesting because I do see improvement for the Chargers, but I think it's going to be like Marty Schottenheimer improvement, where it's not really improving and get to and the Chargers because their organization is a piece of dog crap. They're going to get rid of him like year three, right when they're at the precipice of winning a Super Bowl. Like I know that's what's going to happen to him. They're
Also,
going to chase him right out of LA. It's going to be some
also
BS.
our boy who was the Chargers offensive coordinator that we thought was going to be coaching. Apparently, he might be joining the ranks of Philadelphia as their
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
offensive coordinator. Which
yeah.
have fun, Philly.
Have fun because I don't know if Kellen Moore is going to change anything for y'all over there. So I know one day y'all need to do something with that defense. Actually, you know what? Have fun. Have
but
fun with that
also,
Kellen.
but also,
No, have fun with that Kellen Moore. There's not a such thing called an off switch
offense.
offense. Y'all gonna have fun
But
with that.
hold on, D. Not to, before we go to Rumble again. Not to, for us. If Dan Quinn leaves, apparently, Ron Riverboat might be coming to Dallas as DC as a defensive coordinator.
I'm sorry. What?
Yes, that's a possibility. Apparently, he's on the docket. If Dan Quinn leaves, we're getting Ron Rivera. Apparently,
And I can't take this shit no more, man.
at least he ain't coaching D.
I was telling this to my. You know what? Fuck it. Let's get this off our chest right now. Um, First off, I didn't have this hat on my head when I was watching the game, and that's why we lost. You know it's bad when D reverts to superstition where I know if I just wore my hat, we would have won the game. So I took it bad. I took it real bad. Yes, yes. The Packers beat the dog shit out of us. I mean, Chris thoroughly beat us. Here's my
They
biggest
didn't make
problem.
any adjustments. That's the problem.
Here's my problem. Dak out there running around like crazy, doing everything he can. He look at that fucking defense and they just sitting there, not doing nothing. And they blame him for everything. Everything. And I know the defense over there doing this in the corner. Like, yeah, man. I don't know what Dak was doing, bro. Like, here's the thing. Micah Parsons, I'm not even gonna dump on Micah. I should. Oh, we should. Oh,
Micah can't do it by himself. Let's put it to that.
I'm gonna let him go on that one. Am I going on D-Law? To be honest with you, he was the only one on defense that looked like he wanted to play.
Mm-hmm.
DeMarcus Lawrence is like, look, dude, I want to win. He was exhausted by the third quarter. I felt bad for him because he was the only one that had any fire. That secondary, hey, Stephon, you okay, man? Yeah, I'm all right. Cover your man. I mean, we are, but we wanted to make sure you're okay and all that stuff. This guy run too fast. To run, if you don't keep up with him. Stephon Gilmore looked like he was just done. There was no fire.
I mean, it's
nothing.
It's the thing of what we always said. Dallas, they are a basically. You have to once they start going, cool. And Green Bay figured that out because they were like, well, we'll take the ball first, and that started it right there. That's just what it is. And even look past that, Philly got fucking knocked out by one Baker Mayfield, and that was hilarious.
Lovely.
Hey, I'm just going.
I loved it too.
But also too, I'm just gonna say this right now. San Fran, you're lucky Dan Campbell has CTE because y'all would have lost.
You are so lucky that Dan Campbell bumped his head that one year when he was playing for the Giants, and Jeremy Shockey was like, nigga, I can't.
The best way to explain Dan Campbell is like somebody said the perfect one. Dan Campbell playing blackjack, 18, hit me. Dan, you're about to win. Campbell. You're about to win. Here's the thing. You know
all you had to do was kick field goals.
Somebody said it best. Stop listening to analytics. If you're 4th and 1, I can understand running it. That makes sense, right? You have a shot. If it's 4th and 2 and 4th and 3, kick the field goal.
No, I don't think but in my opinion, I don't think it's analytics that's stopping it.
No, because you see analytics pop this season. The big thing was the analytics shit that pops up on there. Like analytics says, "Go for it." It's a 75% chance, and I'm like,
that crap right there, man. That crap right there. Yes, I agree. I hate that so much. What Dan Campbell does is the exact same thing, but in the opposite direction. He works on the same thing I work on. If I was a coach, just being honest with you, if I was a coach, I would have the same tendencies, but we all are different when it comes to go for it and all the rest of that. Dan's thing is, I'm playing Madden, nigga. I got it. Go for it. It's the Madden logic. When you start having Madden logic to your stuff, that's when you like a lot of offense. That's why we say a lot of offenses have no off switch, is because they go by that same logic. I'm gonna throw myself out. I'm gonna throw myself out of this hole. You know what I mean? Or in some cases, like like Tennessee and New York, it's like we're gonna keep running until we get out of this situation, and it don't work like that. You know? So that's. Like Dan Campbell has that same thing when it comes to coaches' decisions, where it's like, Dan, kick the field goal. No, it's the first quarter. We can afford to lose it.
Messi ending aside, if he kicked the field goal in the Dallas game, Dallas would have lost in OT.
Do you understand? That's what I'm saying. Chris, it's always funny how it's the Dallas Cowboys to expose people for what they truly are. And in this case for Dan Campbell's an idiot. I hate saying it like that. He is a straight up meathead.
You know what? Fuck it.
Dan is a meathead, and I've been telling y'all that all season.
I know we're starting. Fuck it. We're already talking NFL because it's gonna be quick anyway. But I'm just looking at that. It's like this. Dan, you were up 24-7 going in.
24-7.
By that point, You already put the 49 because 49ers just like Dallas, they're momentum based. You put the screws to them, they can't do shit, and you're gonna make Brock Purdy have to use his arm. If you kicked those 2 field goals in the second half, 49ers would have been fucking
Click,
done.
click.
Done.
That's what it meant. It would
Done.
have been Christian McCaffrey out there sweating, getting all red. Come
Jet
on,
sweep. They
guys.
would have jet sweep the whole game, thinking it would have worked the whole game. Jet sweep to McCaffrey.
And that look, and that's the thing. It's a Kyle Shanahan offense, and you couldn't put him in that hole. You couldn't throw him in that hole. See, that's the
When it
difference.
was
Look,
4th and 2,
and
right? And I was
I'm
like,
gonna
just
put
kick
it
the
out
field
there
goal,
too.
Dan. Just do that.
I'm
Done.
gonna put it out there too to anybody who's a San Fran who likes San Fran. They're like, oh, what you Cowboys still go that shit? Yeah, see, when y'all get into binds like that, Kyle Shanahan turns into Kyle Shanahan. Throw it for no reason. Us. So Mike, what you gonna do? Um,
Dak figure it out.
hey Dak, what do you see?
How you feeling? How you feeling today?
How you feel, big dog? Hey, so check this out. Me and the boys, we were talking. We want to say you go ahead and
Exactly how Dak
run
was
the
looking like.
offense.
That's exactly how Dak was looking at the Green Bay game. He's looking at Mike like, so Mike, what's the play here, man? What's happening?
I hate it because my dad talks big shit. So my dad was like, "Oh shit, there's something wrong with CD and Dak." I'm like, "No, CD, he trying to wake CD up. Like, hey, catch the ball, motherfucker. Everybody in up. CD Lamb's Barber, come out. I need somebody to throw better at.
Like your son dropped the ball.
Tell your son to catch the ball. Tell your son to catch the ball, man. I'm hitting you dead in the numbers, Swoop. There were 2 amazing, amazing catches that didn't happen because CD was either a second too early or a second too late. His timing was terribly off. And that's where the coaches come in.
Yeah. Mike and Dan did not adjust in the second half like coaches supposed to.
Oh, Chris, I am questioning everything about
'Cause here's
Dan
the thing,
Campbell.
'cause-
The last 5 games we had, you know me. I was like, why is our defense looking like
'cause
this?
here's the thing. In the second
Whew.
half, here's the thing. Green Bay was playing zone defense. You could pick apart a zone defense pretty easily. Nobody on that coaching staff was like, okay, Green Bay's playing zone. All right, you know what? Let's make them pay. Let's do blah, 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 blah. Did not do nothing in the second half. They were just like, all right, Dak, figure it out. It's like, bro.
Nah, we had Homer Simpson doing this. Do that play again.
Philly, I'm just gonna say,
You know what? Hold on, real quick. You know what pissed me off? Watching halftime, hearing our old coach Jimmy Johnson.
try to rile them up.
Look, that was a promo, I wasn't playing football, and I'm like, let's kill him. Let's go. I'm like, ain't nobody in that Dallas locker room heard that. We gonna lose. Oh, I knew it. Chris, you know what's the worst feeling to wear? And I think all of us, everybody who loves football, can relate to this. You ever look at a game, and it's the third quarter, and it's only 11 minutes, it's still 11 minutes left in the third quarter, you go, we gonna lose.
Here's the sick part.
That's why I felt. Oh,
the
God.
offense clicked at the wrong time because by the time, don't let the score fool you, it's making it look like it was close. Dallas scored those points, and granted, to be fair to them, when they scored those points and got it close, they had a minute shot. A small shot of actually tying the game up, and Green Bay was like, nope, not today.
No. What happened was Jordan Love looking at defense.
Teach your man how to squabble. Get that trigger next time, nigga.
Now, here's the other end of it. Green Bay
Jordan ate us up, man.
Now, here's where the rookie mistake come in. When they played 49ers, you were up on the 49ers by double digits. All you had to do was, again, it's the Dan Campbell thing. I'm gonna blame the coaching a little bit. Kick the field goal. Just go for the easy points. Just keep doing that, and that's it. That's all you had to do. And that was it. And then what happened? We're gonna let Jordan Love just throw the ball. Why? Why are you doing that? No, just no.
No running. You mean to tell me y'all ate up, y'all sat in. Shout out to Aaron Jones.
Yeah.
Because I'm glad. Look, I hate it had to be Dallas, but I'm glad that it was Dallas because people That's a big time for you to flex and all the rest of that shit. As
Mhm.
much as I hated how he ran on this, brava. I wanted him to have a. I like.
You did it against the
He's been one of my.
49ers, and it's just like second half, they just forgot that they had Aaron Jones. I'm like,
All right, man, you good, baby? You good, nigga?
and I'm gonna say this right now. This is the reason why, and again,
Wow.
this is the reason why me and D feel some way about the 49ers. It's not like hating, it's just it's like kind of like for us with Dallas. Me and D saw the chinks in Dallas's armor and it got exposed in the playoffs. We're looking at the 49ers like, guys, we see you got weaknesses, and I'm gonna be real. You're playing the Chiefs. The Chiefs defense has been a monster this season, and you got Mr. Luck himself, fucking Mahomes behind. That's not a guy that you can really think that you can just do whatever. Because if the Chiefs put 2 touchdowns on you, good luck trying to catch up.
Oh yeah.
Because all you need is Mahomes and Kelsey to connect, and that is it.
I think the 49ers can really try to pressure. They actually legit pressure Patrick Mahomes because their defense has
The
been.
Ravens did and lost too, so that pressure Mahomes doesn't really work.
Make it entertaining for them. All right. Look, dog. The point is,
The Ravens became the Ravens of early in this season, and that was sad to see because I was just like, I think earlier on in the season, me and you were talking about how the Ravens, like, what the fuck is going on with the Ravens early in the season? And then the second half, they got their shit together. So I'm like, oh shit, Ravens might end up actually going to the Super Bowl. And then the Ravens became the Ravens at the wrong time. And I'm like, oh God, why?
and what I didn't. There was something I didn't like about how the Ravens. Well, not. It was something that was bothering me. Is that despite them having these dominant performances, despite them really showing off that they were a lot better than I thought they were going into the playoffs, going into the playoffs and all that. And of course, Lamar having incredible numbers. I'm thinking like something ain't right here. Something's not matching everything. And here's the problem. I've been having that problem with everybody this year because I mean it. When I say that this year sucked, I'm not talking about the Cowboys. I'm talking about everybody. This is some of the
a lot of teams didn't live up to their potential, or they just
some
leapt
of
to
the
the finish line.
Yeah, some of the ugliest dysfunctional football I have ever seen in my life.
Really think about it, back on it, it's like there's a reason why like I don't have hate for the Chiefs, like say compared to like the Patriots or like the 49ers, right? Like the 49ers is just history rivalry with the 49ers. So it's like fuck them. The Patriots, it's like Tom Brady got away with it again. That hate, right? Chiefs is just damn. Chiefs is entertaining to me because it's like I said at the start. It's like I feel they just have difficulty sliders, and it's just achievement. They're just achievement hunting right now. Like, how can we win the Super Bowl in the hardest way possible?
The dumbest, hardest way possible, man. That's what really ticked me off. That's actually what ticked me off about them so much. But this whole season was this weird. Like, when we got to the Final Four, Chris.
Mm-hmm.
When they got to the Final Four, I said this to everybody. I didn't want the 49ers to win, of course, because the 49ers. But then again, I was like, Detroit got a bunch of fake fans and a bunch of people who haven't celebrated these niggas since Megatron or Barry Sanders was there. And
I'll take it a step further. I would say since when Romo and Dallas played them, that was like the last time I saw any. So you remember Romo and them Dallas on that controversial play that Dallas?
Oh yeah,
that was the last time you see. And actually, I think that was the year Megatron. That was Megatron's last year, wasn't it?
I think it was either that year or
the second to last year.
I forgot what it was.
But that was the last time I see any legit Detroit players, like Detroit fans.
Like, we'll see. You will see it show up every now and then that Detroit really wants to gear up and actually do something. So this was finally the year, and all the rest of that shit. But like I'm saying, I was like, you know what? Detroit needs to be Detroit. So I had
when will it happen?
Go to the Super Bowl, but this is even better because the 49ers have deserved nothing this year. And what I didn't realize is when I stopped and looked behind me, hey, wait a minute. So only 49ers fans like the 49ers, and everybody don't like the 49ers either. I'm like, wonderful.
Because here's the thing. I never hated. You know what's weird? when Kaepernick played for the 49ers, I didn't hate the 49ers at that point. I think I was just more so I was rooting for the black
No,
quarterback
no,
thing, right?
I
But
think
at the
so.
same
I
time, when it got to the Super Bowl and they played the Ravens, gotta go with the Ravens on this one. Sorry, Cap.
it's like this. No, for me, it's like this. I'm a Cowboys fan. I would never root for you guys. No, no, you can burn in hell. That's the way.
Like
That's the way I think.
my hate
No,
for the 49ers this year, it's like what you saying, Purdy ain't deserving of it because it's
I'm
like,
like, y'all can't be
no,
here flexing this 75, thinking he's freaking Dan Marino or some
bro,
shit
his
like that, man.
own coach in college looked at Purdy like, yeah, I just no.
You know what? And it made it even worse this whole season. I had to hear from a dude who's a quarterback I like, who has shown me the last 2 years of his career that he didn't abide by none of these rules. Go out there and tell me what's a system quarterback and what's like, and that made even more. It muddied more of everybody's view about every quarterback this year. This whole year stunk. And then I was like, and then you know what makes it worse? The 40, the Chiefs have Taylor Swift fans, and I thought to
Swifties.
myself, you know what I thought to myself? Oh my God. I need all these white men who cosplay as Eminem to meet all these girls who think they're Taylor Swift and collide at the Super Bowl. But it didn't
With the
happen.
most black ass half out time entertainment show with Usher.
But
Crazy, right?
but check it out. Here's the best thing in the world. We're not getting that. We're getting two teams that nobody wants to see in the Super Bowl. We're gonna have half of America rooting for Taylor Swift to win, Taylor Swift's team to win, so Travis Kelsey can do the most gump shit ever and
And
go in the
compose.
middle of and propose in the middle of the football field. Which, if he doesn't, is going to be gangster because she gonna drop balls on that nigga. Hey, look. I think, personally, America wins either way.
Well, dude, let's be real. She's a white woman, so she's gonna say it in the most passive aggressive way.
I guess the game is more important. Or some crap like that. I don't know. But
Stupid.
but it's like what? But my problem is like, D. What if the 49ers win, D? Wouldn't that ruin your whole thing? I'm like, no, it wouldn't. No, it wouldn't. Not at all. It's just that now Brock has to walk around with the curse of being Trent Dilfer the rest of his fucking career.
Because here's what happens.
Because here's funny. There was a chance that Jake Delhomme could have won a fucking Super Bowl.
But here's the thing, too. People don't
Put
realize
that out there. That was a chance that was going to happen.
And I think this is another reason why there are some 49er fans that are worried, because the thing about the NFL is this. Technically, this is technically Brock Purdy's rookie season because he's never had a full season, right?
Technically, yeah.
So, but usually after a rookie season, every NFL team has already downloaded you at this point. So unless you adjust next season, 49ers ain't sniffing another Super Bowl. Because remember, last time 49ers got a Super Bowl, Colin Kaepernick was in it, and then since then, they did not touch the Super Bowl for a long time after that.
They were like, "Oh, light skin goes left, light skin goes right." He's not fooling us. We know where you're going. All right, we know where you're going, Kaepernick.
So
Whatever. Look, whatever. You're not going to do nothing important.
So if
you're going to do nothing life changing for people, hush up, Kaepernick. Look, shut up, Colin.
So next season, if the 49ers don't win the Super Bowl, next season, people already know, okay, McCaffrey's their guy. Brock Purdy, if you pressure him, he can't do anything. So now the 49ers are going to have to sit there and start questioning themselves on like,
we still got Acom. We can do this. We still got that defense out there. We still got that extra from American History.
But D.
We still got that extra from American History X playing on the defensive line.
But hold on, D. Cal Shanahan is now 2-43 when it comes to playing behind 10 or more points now.
I'm sorry.
Remember, he was 0 for 43. It was either 0 for 43 or 0 for 45 when it comes to his team's 10 or more points. That's a crazy stat line. That is a wild stat line.
But I will say this, Chris. Of all the stuff we just talked about, let's celebrate that we were correct. I can look at this picture forever now. Look at him.
Josh Allen.
I can watch this forever now.
Josh Allen pulled the Josh Allen at the worst possible
At the
time.
worst time. At the worst
It
time.
was a close game, and then Josh Allen says, "Time to throw a pick." Phew.
Laughs in a better season than you.
Hey, look.
Dak, real talk. Dak, and I really meant that.
He had a phenomenal season. I would give him that.
I would give the MVP to either Lamar or McCaffrey. No bull crap. It would have
Oh,
gone.
McCaffrey was just.
Christian McCaffrey and Lamar Jackson, I think, had better years than Dak, but let's not punch that down. Dak had an incredible year.
He kept his interception rate down.
Yep.
Which is good. You could tell like he had
Him
a lot
and CD broke a record.
like you could tell there was a measure of confidence in Dak in terms of how he was throwing. He was using his legs a lot more, which did extend plays. It was just you saw that.
You know what? And I do kind of agree with my dad. I think Dak does need to run a little bit more.
Yeah, because who's really touching him? Like he broke out of. There were 2 tackles this season that he was dead to right sack. He got out of it and threw the ball. And I'm like, how the hell did that happen?
Like he's not going to Lamar Jackson you or nothing like that, but he's going to spin around at least.
That white part of him does that white man juke a little bit.
Shut up. You know, I was going to say, come on, man. Him and Patrick got the same. You did this to me.
Difference is,
I don't know. Look. I was going to say the same thing about Jordan Love that I thought to myself, wait a minute, does he got 2 black parents?
the difference is though, Dak can actually do a full blown fucking stiff arm and push somebody off. Patrick Mahomes can't do that.
Patrick will never stiff somebody. He did one time. I think it was in the Super Bowl last year when he was perked up.
But he does. Yeah. When you're perked up, you can actually get the strength of 10 men on you. Just
That man went straight Kurt Angle in that second half. It was one of the greatest performances I've ever seen.
That was the first time I just joked that we were going to get Perk Mahomes, and I didn't think that was going to happen. Second half, it was like, bruh.
Man, they did the same thing to Peyton one year. And I will never forget, Peyton got to the sideline and he was like slurring. And I was thinking to myself, hey, get him off that mic because I don't know what y'all shot him up with. And I thought, when I think back now, he was on perk. That's why, because in that game, you look at that game, man. Oh, man, his forehead was longer. He was like bombing on Pebbles.
He was on the sideline slurring. Just count, double check. That's Aaron Rodgers, Peyton. That's Aaron Rodgers.
I want that. Hey, tell somebody go.
Wranglers.
Somebody, here's a. Hey, go down to Church's Chicken and get me like a bucket of Peyton.
Right here.
Right again. Look, no,
got 8 minutes left. 8 minutes left.
No, that's what you take out another. This is a good NFL joke. NFL players will probably to this joke if I say this. Peyton. Follow the perk. Yeah. Follow. Okay, good. Boop. There you go. All right. Now I need you to listen to me. You got about 2 hours left with that perk before it comes down, and you got 8 minutes left in this game. I need you to give me Hall of Fame. Let's go. You you back in Tennessee again. Why am I back in Tennessee? God damn it.
Video game. It's the fucking thing with the module when you have to hit the button in order to get it to the middle.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's like a Yakuza game. You gotta hit the. It was like the Yakuza game where you're on the phone and you see the things all swirling around and you gotta shoot the right. That's how Peyton was. He was cooked. Anyway.
But man. But yeah, this Super Bowl is gonna be just, you already know Goodell was on the phone. No. I'm Team Chiefs this next weekend.
Hey, Denzel, this is the most you're going to get out of me for this. Because everything's going to be all right. Come on, go so shake.
Look, Denzel.
Shake it off.
Denzel, you getting the true big boss to your Diamond Dogs. You should be happy.
You
You're happy, clearly.
Harbaugh, look, I'm gonna do it for you too. I'm gonna make Jim Harbaugh. I'm gonna get a picture of Jim Harbaugh with the Chargers hat. I'm gonna make sure he has an eye patch. It's gonna be wonderful for you. Because you know what's gonna be great about all this. What's gonna be really great about all this for you, Denzel, is that no matter what happens at the end of the season, this is gonna be you.
Take this shit no more, man.
I stand by that. I stand by that. Y'all not gonna be good until the following year with Jim Harbaugh. And I mean this, probably watch out because he would have had a whole year dealing with that squad. I really mean this. I think both the Harbaughs got that sauce when it comes to being a coach.
Oh yeah, they do.
So,
It's
so
something
yeah.
about them. Speaking of which,
y'all gonna be good, but next year, buckle up. There's gonna be some purging going on.
now I will say this. Shout out to the Raiders. You actually signed Antonio Pierce as a coach. I think, I will say this, being serious for a minute, I do feel Antonio Pierce's presence as a coach did help the Raiders. So good on the organization for actually signing him as the coach. Because I was fearing they wouldn't go for Belichick, because that seems like that will be a typical front office move. Get Belichick, and fuck the black man. And it was like, all right, we'll sign Antonio Pierce. Cool. So,
and I think Pierce really was, at least for, I'm gonna say this as a half Raider fan, I will say this. I think he is not the one, but he is going to be the one to kind of turn this thing out the mud.
If they get Justin Fields,
because even if they get, see, here's the thing. I don't trust the Raiders as an organization enough to do something with Justin Fields. It has nothing to do about Pierce.
Yeah,
I don't trust them as an organization
because I feel like that's the only legit organization I would trust Fields on, and it could work.
I mean, look, I think he'll get. Because question is like, is it a better line? Yeah, it's a better.
He ain't gonna be running for his life behind that Raiders O line, so he'd be.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Derek Carr before he left that place was.
But D.
No, the way but actually it was different. See, what happened was they ruined Derek Carr. Ruined Derek Carr. That was different.
It's a difference of would I rather get a love tap or get hit with a bat?
Yeah,
I'll take the love tap. Cool.
We also saw Pete Carroll's gone.
I mean, we saw that.
Didn't see that. I didn't think they were going to do that to him.
Shit!
I thought they was gonna fuck around and give him another year or some shit.
Denzel's right. They did get Tom Telesco as the GM now.
Yeah. About that. That's why I said as an organization, I do not trust them. Even if they got Justin Fields, do you think they're going to put a line around him? Even if they got Justin Fields, you sure they're going to give him number one receiver that he can work with?
Yeah.
No.
I only said this. I only said the Raiders
Justin got a better shot coming to DC than he does. And he
got a better shot going to Atlanta, personally.
I'm not going to disagree with that.
Because I don't think they trust Heineke, even though he was the better quarterback for them.
Ayo, Desmond. Ayo, Des. First off, we're sitting here at the end of the year, still shocked you're a Negro. Second of all,
I question that, but yeah, right.
Second of all, Desmond. Oh, I'm sorry. I really thought for 3.5 seconds I had somebody that's going to be like, wait a minute. We're not looking at the best, but we're looking at somebody who can keep up with the rest.
That's 3.5 seconds longer than me, D. I didn't trust that motherfucker at all.
Oh, look. Sam Howell stayed in longer than he did. I'll give Sam Howell that. Sam Howell, you ran the race good enough to be says second string. You were always second string, my son. You were always the second string. I feel bad for Sam Howell so much, man. Cowboys, we got to deal with McCarthy and Dan Campbell.
Here's the thing, though. Belichick, it looks like Belichick isn't going to be taken for a team for next season. I got a sneaking feeling right now. Jerry Jones is talking to Belichick, and it's like, yeah.
I think it's our look.
Jerry is talking to Belichick right now.
I feel as though if it ain't Belichick, it's going to be a coach. We're going to be like, I'm sorry, Jerry, you did what? You talked to who? You're a madman. Like something that we all know that can give us a win. Be like, you're a madman.
How much did it cost?
What did you do? You look around this stadium. And there's always one Cowboy fan. Jerry, where's and we all look. We all look at the Ring of Fire. Where's Jimmy's name? I had to do it. Where's this Jimmy's name?
You know what it's going to be? What do we have to give up, Jerry? All of a sudden, you see Micah Parsons with sad Hulk music. Doom, 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 doom. We gave up Micah Parsons for this.
No.
No.
I know you was gonna say, what did you have to give up? And you look at Jerry Jones and you see him pushing, and you see him literally pushing CD Lamb and Dak off the cliff. Everything. 2 years later, look, 2 years later, us being super obnoxious Cowboy fans. All we had to do was get rid of Dak, man. We already got 2 rings. I don't know why we waited.
Fucking what's his face? Who's the third string?
Cooper Rush.
No.
Trey Lance.
It's like we got another light-skinned black quarterback. Nothing was lost.
boy. Who look? I look.
At the same
Real
time, my obnoxious would be, hey, 49ers, you shouldn't have got rid of your light-skinned Jesus.
Hey, Chris. First off, I rue the day that I have to take off my Dak hat and put on a Trey Lance hat, because that meant I was wrong with Dak. But I can get over that if that's going to give me a ring. But also,
my petty head is coming off to all the 49ers
Dick?
fans on that one.
Dick out every time I walk around them niggas. Well. Brock Purdy was better than whom?
Look, I was like that when that Carson Wentz and Dak Prescott comparison came, and I was like, ho.
I was like that.
Carson Wentz is better than who again? What were you talking about?
Boy, we got so much enjoyment looking at Eagles fans like, so you let the second string come in that joint and win it for you. But the person that was better than Dak. I like how Carson Wentz has no home right now. Wait a minute, who he played for last time? It wasn't Washington.
Indianapolis.
It was Indy. Yeah, it was Indy. I was like, say, who was he threw for, man?
Hey, look. But also, I love the fact that Big Dick Nick won the Super Bowl and he kept his lifeline in the NFL for like another 5 years
before he just walked off into the sunset. Because I think Nick Foles was a 79 that knew how to competently get through a game. He was never special. He was truly, if Vinny Testaverde got another shot with the right team, because that's all he was.
Oh no, because when he came,
no knock on Nick Foles either.
I know he did the job that was necessary to actually win, and I give him that, because as soon as Wentz went down, they were looking at him like, all right, Foles, all you got to do is just play competently and just we'll see what happens. And they got to the Super Bowl and they were like, well, shit, I didn't think we were going to get the Super Bowl. All right, well, Nick, do what you got to do.
I just like how they looked at it. Let me get this straight. You mean to tell me Carson threw how many interceptions for us when he was out? Boy, they sat and looked at the numbers like, wow, we really backed the wrong pony on this. So what are we going to do for Nick Foles?
Not a goddamn thing.
It's like
Put him on another team.
It's like this. Don't invite him back. Philadelphia. Oh my God. Philadelphia loves taking that proverbial shotgun to their penis.
Because the logic next season was like, well, you got to sign Nick Foles back. He got you a Super Bowl, see what happens.
No. Shut up. We got Carson Wentz. We're all right. We got 2 quarterbacks, 2 all-star level. See how ridiculous that is when you say it out loud. 2 all-star.
I wish you put the video in this one, because I'd have been like, that video. All right, bitch, you said it, not me. But anyways, D, off the NFL, the Royal Rumble happened this year.
Yes, sir.
As it always does. I have to say this, shout out to Niger, Big Gold Belt. He got a lot of good interviews.
I like to say the Niger. So that's why your ass went over there when we was at the thing. Cool. Had to save your money up. Anyway.
Hey, I'm going to WrestleMania, so I'm already happy of what the main event is going to possibly be. But I'm also... Well, is going to be, but I'm also happy to be right for the first time, because, oh my God, thank you, no Rock versus Roman in WrestleMania. Oh my God,
I don't think that was ever going to happen. First off,
well, you were right too. You were right on the fact that the Rock was capping. You were right on that. Yeah. But I was worried because WWE will do some bullshit like that. To be fair,
yeah, they would. If Vince was there,
let's talk about that, D.
Real quick. So, I'm not going to go into it, and all I have to say is this:
Vince did fucked up shit, and I laughed.
Did something really messed up. And here's the thing: as much it's hilarious for me, because I'm sorry you stayed 2 more years?
Have some dignity.
I am
Stand
not.
up.
I am not a victim. Look, I am not victim blaming. But if it sounds like it, yeah. I'm sorry. 2 more years. I'm serious, Chris.
I literally was just like, man,
Think
have
about it.
some
Think about it.
dignity. Fuck,
Think about
man.
it. Think about it. You in a missionary position because these niggas can't do nothing different. And you just sitting there.
Right.
You just sitting there. Johnny Ace going to town on you. You just over there like, all right, just keep my eyes closed. Keep my eyes closed. And Vince goes, hey, look up. Oh God! I mean, look. Here's the thing. The big thing that ever came out is that Vince. That this is the now. If anybody heard about this, this is the charges from that first woman that came out a couple years, about a year or so ago, talking about how Vince not locked her in rooms and shit, but he did do that. But it was like all these different charges, how the men, how she got passed around, and all that, and
Mhm.
everybody thought it was a different woman. Like, no, this is the same chick, and everybody's
Same
like,
woman.
whoa, 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 whoa. She stayed anyway, but
And it's not like I was want to make something perfectly clear. It's not like that's a natural reaction everybody wants to say because we understand circumstances, but like we also know, like usually coming out of Me Too, I think Me Too is a good example of this. A majority of those women, they never stuck around after they dealt with it. They just bounced.
they
It
got
was
that
just
shit.
they went through a situation and they bounced. There was no sticking around for 2 more months. None of it. It was just like, oh no, I'm out.
They signed that NDA and they either bounced or they signed that NDA.
Yeah, and that's
Now,
that.
this is what made D happy. You mean to tell me we would have known none of this if Vince didn't do what he historically does? Cheap out on shit and just stop paying.
That's every
Vince,
rich person.
yeah, it is every rich person, but it's funny for Vince because
Vince was flagrant with it though.
Vince has a history of doing this, not just with lawsuits, but doing this with companies he buy. He did this to Stampede Wrestling. He did this to Houston Wrestling.
WCW.
He did the WCW. Just stop paying. Just stop paying. Like that, it was worse with like.
Because didn't Nash bitch about the fact that a lot of the contracts they had with WCW that carried over to WWE, he got pissed at Vince, and Vince was like, "Oh shit, hey, big D, here's your money. My bad."
Yeah, like certain people, he was like this. Nope, not paying him.
Until they said something, it's like, yeah, maybe.
He's not getting paid. He's not getting paid. But the
That's
fact
probably
that
why Booker T stuck around because he probably pitched a fit to Vince and was like, "All right, pay him."
I
pay
think
him."
I think see like it's really hard to tell. Like, and I think that's what's really tripping a lot of people out who worked with Vince McMahon, where it's like, how do I separate this man who I truly admire as a businessman, or real talk? In some cases, this is the best boss I ever had in my life. You know what I mean? And in some cases, and of course, in some cases, like Vince is Vince. I've been working for the last 8 years. Vince is Vince. I mean,
But that's
you know what I mean?
some wrestlers.
How do you
could
separate that with he did what?
like you could like that's the thing. Like I always use Kevin Nash as an example because when Nash talks about that, it's the same thing. Like Nash, like, look, I know what Vince is about. I'm gonna say certain things on certain things, and other times it's like it's Vince. Like, come on, like
Yeah, exactly. And I think with some here's the thing though. Me and my wife was talking about last night, like who else can come over from AEW to WWE, and we was like really nobody, and all the rest of that. I was like, I know one person ain't coming back anytime soon, especially with these charges. It's Jericho. Jericho, who is already going through some shit. It's like you are really buddy with Vince McMahon. What y'all be doing?
Jericho. Yeah, I think Jericho has
Jericho a
made it
pig.
known.
Jericho's a pig. Jericho's a straight up pig. Jericho's the dude that will kiss his wife at the party and then go onto the other side of the party and have unprotected sex with some other chick.
The same wife that was at January 6th.
Yeah. The same one. She's a strong Christian woman. That's why she's going to stay with her husband. That's the only reason I can think that seems like the only reason why she's stuck around him. Oh, and that and the money. He makes decent money. But I feel whatever. But with all that in the background, that's pretty much what's going on. Everybody's like, oh shit, Vince shit on a girl and he's no longer with the company. And then there's also talk that Brock was involved with this.
Good luck, Brock.
All I gotta say is, if y'all heard the story, and I'm not going to repeat the story, his response, "Bitch," is the best thing in the world, because that meant he got horny off that crap, and it also meant, look, and also when I heard that, I'm like, that was probably definitely Brock Lesnar that texted her back and said that.
Man.
Lord, like, and everybody was like, Triple H, you need to say something about it, and give it up to Trips. Give it up to Paul Levesque. He looked the reporters dead in the eyes every time they tried to say something. Well, this is a great year for WWE.
No, it's like somebody sat there and was like,
Oh,
and he was
Lord.
like, he basically pulled no, I didn't hear anything about that, and WWE is doing great, and we got the Netflix deal. So why did you replace Brock Lesnar? I'm like, what?
Why
Like,
Brock couldn't look? I like you said Brock wasn't available. The fuck you want me? Like, that's my thing. Like, yes, there are a lot of questions that do need to be answered for some people, and some reporters. I get it, because that's your job. You have to tell. You have to. What's the whole deal with it? What's behind everything. I think after a pay-per-view, talking to Triple H, knowing the world of wrestling the way it is, you know damn well he wasn't gonna say nothing.
yeah, because I mean,
And he's more trained than Tony Khan. Tony Khan, you keep poking him with a stick, eventually he's going to say something stupid. Triple H is not going to be that same person. So I really kind of hated how they try to goat this answer out of him. Like, talk to the lawyer, bro. Like
the only thing I can confirm that probably Brock was going to be in there was the moment with Pat McAfee looking at Braun and Amos. And I was like, that looked like that was supposed to have been Brock and Amos. That's probably the only thing I could figure.
Yeah, I think so too. And if like only thing I don't believe in this report is from Dave Meltzer talking about Braun did all the spots that Brock was supposed to do. I was like, all right, chill.
Chill on that, Dave. Like, just
Because I do believe that Brock would have done it. Not the exact same things. I do believe Brock would have went in there and cleaned house. And yeah, there was supposed to be his face off between Amos and Brock. But here's my thing: Brock wasn't there. So why y'all still worried?
Braun.
Because any other time Brock shows up, just don't throw him out. It's like, yo.
So, anyways, a lot of surprises this year at the pay-per-view. The one big surprise to me was two of them. Naomi is back after her stint in TNA.
That pop that Naomi got when she walked out there was great.
Oh yeah,
it was really great. Everybody freaked out when she showed up. It was like, it was awesome.
And then Jordan Grace, TNA champ, was there too. But what kind of shocked me, TNA actually having their name put out there, which threw me off.
Yeah,
in a way, because it's like, wow. So is TNA WWE? Not saying they're working together, but is it kind of like, oh, they're recognizing that? Is that like
now here's the thing, There's reports saying that they are working with each other, but here's the thing: WWE for the last couple months are trying to really restructure a lot of their other deals with other companies, and the only one that we heard so far is them and All Japan Pro Wrestling. We heard nothing else from nobody else. Their relationship with All Japan is just going to be one of the boys going into one of their tournaments, which is going to be cool. And talking to TNA since last year, since Mickey showed up, and I think there is a bridge. I think there's a legit bridge. I also think we're going to see more of, well, there's reports that saying TNA and WWE really do have a new relationship. There's always been this is the mistake. There always been some type of talk between those two companies, but nothing ever solid. Like, I remember a few years ago when AJ Styles came over, that's when they first started talking, because it's like, we want to put AJ Styles over as the superstar he is. We need footage, and that's when they first opened up everything. That's when we heard reports about when TNA was about to go out of business. Here's $50,000. Like, we heard this for a while. That they've been giving us some Mojo tapes.
I mean,
look,
we were
like,
all
so it's gonna be like that.
We were all in that live, like kind of chatting about it and stuff. And I was almost believing you, like, Okada's here. I don't know how, but I think Okada's here. And I was like, maybe D is right. Maybe Okada is
Nah,
here.
that is me shoot. That was me shooting for the stars, thinking that, oh shit, the admin sleep. Everybody go out and say
I mean,
something.
look,
You know what
I'll
I
say
mean?
this.
That's the way I thought it was. That's the way I treated it. Yeah,
I was shocked Andrade was back.
I was shocked that when I saw Jordan show up, I was like, awesome. But anyway, let's stick with the women. So
With
anyway,
the
real
women's,
quick, let's stick with the women.
Bailey.
First,
Oh, well, first off,
but
Bailey won out. Great.
yeah, but this is the funny thing though. Bailey stayed in there for an hour 3. Wow,
Hour,
really?
3 minutes, basically the whole thing.
Naomi was in there for an hour and 2 minutes.
Mhm.
Damn, I didn't know what they did. But anyway, Natty came out. It was Natty. Naomi, then Bailey came out. Candace came out. Nobody cheered for Candace. And I was like, hey, Candace, it ain't my fault that nobody don't knows you. Don't know you like that.
Jordan Grace.
Jordan came out. Jordan was a big surprise, really, for me.
Everybody was
because-
shocked because I'm like, you're the current TNA champion. You're okay, shit.
Yeah,
All
that's
right.
what I'm saying. And you're not somebody that worked over here before. If that was Vince would be like, who? That's why. That's when they swung that by. Like, we want to put Mickey in it. Wait a minute. Does she work for somebody? Like, yeah. Tell her to bring the belt. But I don't think that was even him though. But I only think that was behind him. I think that was mostly Triple H or whomever else is behind that shit. But anyway, but yeah, Indy came out. Indy showed up and left. Indy was in there for 3 minutes. Chuck. I was laughing like I don't know.
Asuka was there. I forgot her, and the Kabuki Warriors are the current women tag champs, which is great.
Yeah, I love how she ran in that junk, right? And she ran that junk and she's on Bailey. And she's like, Bailey! And the first thing that came in my head, Kyo-chan!
Kiryu-chan.
She has been acting just like Majima, yeah. Just showed up like Billy Chan just hopping on her. I thought that was funny as hell, man. Ivy came, look, funniest thing in the world. Ivy came out. My son was like, who's that? And the way he said who was that was funny, but it gets better because I'm gonna skip real quick. It gets better because later on when Zoe Stark came out, right? Here's my son again. She just came she just walked out there. Oh, that is me. I said, look. Ivy's the better one. I don't blame you for forgetting Zoe Stark because I forgot Zoe was
I mean,
there too.
look, Ivy now, no bullshit. She had a great match against what's her face?
Rhea.
Rhea.
Yeah.
Like that was a fucking dope ass fucking match. I was like, God damn, all right.
Way better than what I thought it would be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can tell she's another person that they really like down there, and they really want her to grow and all the rest of that. Katana Chance. I keep on forgetting that they changed their names because it's like K and C, and yeah. I'm gonna be real. Katana and Kaden. I know a lot of people like them. I know a lot of y'all looking at you, Chris, love Kaden, and it's all good. It's all good. I think you love Kaden, man. Short, funny eyes, long hair, likes only white guys. You know you love her. I
No.
could have swore you did. No, for real, I could have swore you did. I could have swore you
I
liked
think
her.
I just said she was cute, but that was it. That's where it
I
stopped.
thought you liked her, nigga. My bad. No. Hey, Tiger got the cage.
If
Tiger
anything,
got the
I'm
cage.
more
Go ahead.
confounded. I'm more confounded that when they got to the main roster, I was just like, that's it.
I'm mad with all the fans they had at NXT and people like, oh man, they cool.
Can't
as
wait
shit,
to
man.
get on the main
I can't
roster.
wait to- man, I can't wait for man. They got cakes, young. I'm ready to see them girls. You know what I'm saying? They get up there every time they show up out of the audience. So you know, whatever.
And I'm not shitting on him. It was just kind of like, that's it. Like, all right, cool.
Hey, whatever. Bianca came out there. Bianca, that's all I gotta say. Bianca came out there, nice little pop for her, and it really got. And I forgot, like, oh yeah, I forgot. She's pretty much John Cena right now. So I
Yeah.
forgot about that. She's the most likable girl right now. Yeah, so I just realized that.
I
But
pop
it
for
was cool
Kari
pop.
because I love Kari.
Kari's always my favorite. Kari had probably the best elimination. They flipped her ass over. And she like, no! And she was stuck on her. She grabbed the apron and her feet was planted onto the LDE board, yeah? And she was just holding on to that day. Oscar coming out there in Japanese, trying to save her and shit. And it didn't work, and Oscar got kicked out. But the thing I loved about it is when because you set it up, made sure the people they beat for the
Mhm.
belt took them out, which was the smartest, easiest way of doing that.
Yep.
And real talk, they wrestled 20 something minutes the day before. They all right. We know how to kill them in this.
Yeah, we're good.
But what got me was when Oscar went flying out the ring. Everybody, boo! I was like this. Oh, Kate and Katana are never going to get over in this company. They're never getting over in this.
Oscar is still over. When the audience are
Asuka-
booing, oh, she's still over. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Tia Knox.
I don't know who listened to D, but thank you, whoever the producer was that listened to D. Tegan came in there. I'm like, oh God, here come Tegan. I think it's a fracture. Knox running out there. I don't like Tegan. I do not like
She was
Tegan.
only there for a hot minute.
She
and then it's
came
like,
in there. She came in there. Guns are blazing. Bop, 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 bop. Threw her ass right out the ring. I was like, thank
could
you.
barely fucking clothesline her ass out. Like, yep, that is it.
Oh man, Kate. Like I said, Caden.
She got a decent pop,
she
limited
had-
to a couple people.
Here's the funny thing. She's going to get the. This is not wrong. She gets the most between the two. She gets the bigger pop because
Yeah.
she's. And this is not me trying to be sexist, but she's the prettier girl, and I think she is. She will get the bigger pop. The one with all the skill is actually Katana to me. All Kay can really do is flip really pretty, and her hair looks good when she does a flip. But whatever. I really hope they do better in the main roster though, because just for me, they really didn't wow me when they were NXT. That's just me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But they need more women on the roster, to fill out for the tag division. Speaking of tag champions, my hero came out.
Jesse Green.
Oh, Chelsea came out. I was like, thank you. Second I heard, shh, it's Chelsea. I was like, thank you, bitch. Come on, let's go. She came out there and did what she was supposed to do. The comedy act. I loved it. This girl hardly put out any offense. I loved it. Oh my! Then Piper came out. Piper came out dressed like Awesome Kong. If you didn't notice that, she came out wearing the black, blue, and silver version of Awesome Kong. I thought that was kind of cool. Xia Li, I stand by that. Bitch, you still working?
Look, look. I'm gonna tell you this much about Xia Li. She's gonna fly under the radar like our boy from Crime Time, where it's like, damn, he was at this fucking WWE for a long ass goddamn time. Like,
JTG? She ain't gonna be JTG.
Oh, she is.
I don't think she's gonna be there.
She is, D.
I think that she's not gonna be there.
She's gonna be JTG.
What was Zelina wearing when she came out there? What character was that?
That looked like shit. I was about to say Final Fantasy.
My son said
I think it's Overwatch.
I thought it was Overwatch.
Yeah, I think it is Overwatch.
Not Alessa. Yes, my son.
One of the characters from Overwatch.
My son was like, "Ain't that what's the name off of Tekken?" I was like,
"I don't think it was Tekken, but it was Overwatch."
I think it was Overwatch. Thank you. What was it? It might have been. Nigga,
it probably is Overwatch because he does Overwatch on the Twitch. So
that's what I'm saying. I was thinking of Overwatch. I hated that I didn't know that, and that's just one of those signs where it's like, God, I'm old.
former Queen of the Ring, which I'm going to be curious on how they go about the Queen of the Ring this year.
That will be. I think they really need to keep that. I think they need to keep some of these tournaments like that. You know what I mean? Keep the King of the Ring, Queen of the Ring going. Maxie came out. Now Maxie had a good little deal. And I'm not too big on Maxie, but she was all right.
Yep.
Then Nia came out. I do not eat my words of what I said, Chris. And this is an exclusive, y'all. Nia has a better chance of being what she can be now than she was a couple of years ago. And I actually see a little bit of improvement in her.
Did she get a COVID shot, sir?
We're not going to talk about her and her COVID beliefs and her and other things that she believes in. We're not going to go into that. But we will go into the fact that Nia threw out how many people? She threw out 8 people.
Farmer from Overwatch.
That's who you think it is?
No, that's what Denzel said.
I see. I said, yeah.
Probably is, yeah.
I guess I met, like I said, again,
Nia came out and she got the pop that she got last year when she came in. Now I did enjoy that this time around.
What a bunch of muffled boos.
Yeah, I like this time around though. Like she actually did come out as like this enforcer, throwing women out and shit. And I like how our boy R-Truth came out there.
Hold up. We almost do that part.
Okay,
We
okay,
almost do
okay,
that part.
okay.
Shotzi comes out. Shout out to my
Goddamn
son.
Tank.
Shout out to Shotzi. Shotzi is still one of my favorite. Like, she's not one of my favorite wrestlers. Like, I'm not a fan of her wrestling. I'm a fan of her fucking personality. Everything about I love Shotzi. You know, so she showed up. I was like, yay, shit. And my other son, I forgot how much my son's a mark of her. So he's like, yeah, Shotzi's in. I was like, yeah, like my girl got like she had one of the coolest things ever. She got married and then immediately wrestled at the house show she was in, still wearing her wedding dress. I thought that was the most badass thing ever. Yeah, I loved it, man. Becky came out. Doing exactly what her and Bianca had to. You could tell that Bianca, Bailey and Becky, you can tell that they're like the people that knew they were going to be in a Rumble for a minute, but also you can tell that they're we're the bad bitches here. Everybody
you're
else
not
is
touching
after
us.
us. Everybody else is after us. Shout out to my girl Alba Fire. Forgot she got moved up to the main roster. Shout out to her, man. When she was, I was explaining to my son when she was Kaylee Ray, all that other bullshit. Anyway, Shayna came out dressed up. This year, she was a blood angel off of Warhammer.
Let me ask you this about
yeah.
Shayna real quick. Where do you think WWE is going to go with Shayna?
You know what? I have no idea at this point.
I feel she's in a crossroads right now because there's so many people in the top ranks. So it's like, do you pull the trigger and let her be this unbeatable monster right now, or do you hold off on that?
I think number one, it's too late to make her an unbeatable monster when you got her and when you already have Nia there. You already have you don't know when you're going to let the chains off of Piper off to make her the unstoppable force, and you still got Zoe there, you still got Ivy there. So they got a couple of girls who are just exactly like her. So I don't know what you would do with her. Really, you know what I'm saying? I don't know where her final stop is at as a wrestler there. Anyway, Valhalla shows up. Coming out to smoke, I'm like, oh shit! I finally get to see this chick wrestle. It's been a minute since I see you. I'm like, wait, what? Truth ran out there, and I didn't stop laughing. Oh my god, he went out there. I couldn't stop laughing.
A man said, "It's women's R-Truth. Women? What are you talking about?"
I like how he did this. Where the guys at? And he tossed his ass over the Joe.
Valhalla here's the funny part though. In the background, you see Valhalla climbing on there and Nia knocks her off. And I'm like, that is the funniest shit that you only see in movies where the background shit is playing while the front end is going on.
You just see Valhalla go right over that Joe. It is perfect because not only did she fall over, she's walking toward Pierce and Truth. And here's Pierce. This is for the women. When they started doing so there ain't no guys out here.
Like, the shit in the pre-show had me in tears
because Truth needs to go home.
The pre-show when my man was walking down there, R-Truth had the baseballs in his hands, like, yeah, I'm gonna put this inside the entries for the Royal Rumble and see if I can get another number. Like, Truth, go home. Go home now.
Truth, take your black ass home. Don't you got like a grandchild or something? Like, go home. Oh my god, man. Mi Chen came out there. I always call her Mia Yim. I'm sorry. I love you, Mia. You my girl. I don't call you Mi Chen, but yeah. But I was happy to see her because she's another girl, much like Shayna, where I'm wondering where they're going to what direction she's going to go into. You know what I mean? Like I really want her to do something. By the way, I didn't mention it. My girls, the Kabuki Warriors, are champions again, and I am not playing. The world is right for D. You already know me. I am a gigantic fan of fucking Kari. When Kari was in Stardom, I was telling all y'all about how much I love her. Like, so her and Asuka together is like, they're my Japanese queens. Oh my god. I'm just like, yay! I'll turn to a fanboy. I ain't gonna fake. Like I said, Zoe came out. Huh? My girl Roxanne only was out there for 8 minutes. Whatever.
Yeah. Roxanne, it wasn't grand opening, grand closing, but it was like, hey, Roxanne and her lower back, I guess.
Hey, look, she's like 14. Leave her alone. I know she's like 20. She's just playing. Yo, look, Roxy's my girl, man. I like, and Roxy's also the ones where I can feel good that I'm not going to be attracted to until she's older. So it's like, because right now it's like you're a child to me.
That's so kitty. What is
You're
this?
like you're a kid. What are you doing? Next thing I know, I hear this music go off. Which, by the way, I do agree. As much as I disagree, because I know it's a sneak diss on how much people don't like the theme songs of WWE, but I do agree with this. There were theme songs going off that people couldn't recognize. That
Mhm.
is a problem. That is a real problem. As much as I know some people didn't like the CFOs, you can identify people who they were by their theme songs. The
Mhm.
way they got it now, they got to be popular for you to know what their theme song is, and I don't like that. So that's something I'm hoping that can change over. Being that you heard the music pop off, next thing I know, I see this fucking goddess sitting in front of us. I'm like, oh Jesus,
Jade's
the
here.
day finally happened. And I say, and I mean it. I mean it. Like I said, I am not a fan of her wrestling, but that's a gorgeous black woman. What the fuck you want me to say,
Hey, let's-
dog? Dog, it's like if we, it's like if you took, it's like if we took. I'm gonna come up with I'm gonna always come up with a combination of what black woman she is if you smash them together. It's like if you took Nina Simone. uh,
Beyonce.
Look, like take Mia Simone, Beyonce, Janet Jackson abs, and you had the nerve to give a FloJo's legs, smash them all up together.
Get Jade Cargill.
Jumping, man, she came out there like she's a powerhouse wrestler. And I know for a bunch of people who don't want to admit it, this is probably their first time seeing her in the ring. She's a powerhouse wrestler. That's about it, and that's the thing that D doesn't like. She is only that.
She was
So
Goldberg in
hopefully,
AEW to me.
yeah, she was Goldberg and hard over there. So hopefully there can be more to her as time goes over. But her having her little showdown with Naya, perfect. Her and Bianca, I had to go back and look at it. Um, I had to go back and look at her and Bianca had did the military press, and they both dropped the girls and they had they stare down. Christy, you know how much I would have died for that when we were kids. When we were kids, and I think that's something that a lot of people really want to stress to both the girls is that it ain't just women, it's men who wanted that when they were kids, huh?
That's that's okay. I can give you that. I can give.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
does. She looks just like her. If all the white guys denied her for life, and she
Hey,
was
hey,
like,
hey. Let me tell
"Fuck
you
this
something.
shit,
Let me tell you
fuck
something.
this shit. I don't need them. I don't need them. I'm gonna go to an HBCU, get me a fine black husband.
Let me
I
tell you
ain't gonna
something.
care."
Let me tell you something about Jade. When you get somebody that you are hanging with that's not really a wrestling fan like that, and he gets to meet Jade in person, it is the hilarious shit ever.
Who was that?
You know, boy, Hellspawn. We read last year. Yeah,
Oh,
last year
oh.
he met her and he was losing his mind, like, oh my god, because I mean, let's be real, that fits the wheelhouse of the type of chick he likes. So that's
But
awesome.
it's
Like,
but this was also kind of perfect to me because right after her came out was Tiffany. What you have in the ring at that point is Roxy, Jade, and Tiffany.
mhm.
All three of them have the potential of being something big. I used to knock Tiffany. I don't want to say knock Tiffany. I didn't care for Tiffany. After what I seen, what she did with Becky, and what I seen with this, I think there's something there. Like, no, I mean, like, I thought you was just a regular ass blonde girl. There might be something in there.
she's a
Like
body she's a bodybuilder, Brian. So
like I said, seriously, I'm like, if all the lights come on in there, she's something serious. Like
mhm.
Roxy, you had like people saw her first two matches was like, I'm sold.
Yeah,
Why? Like I'm sold. Why? Like because when she turns 29, she's going to be unstoppable. You can see it in her. And yes, I agree with you. Saying it with Tiffany, I'm like, she's going to be main event in a WrestleMania. Like you can just see it with her. And then you look at Jade, this bitch, like I said, she's carved out of stone, bruh.
but here's the thing:
It's like,
now,
yo.
if Jade can pick up on the WWE style of wrestling,
And here's the thing I will say: the WWE style wrestling probably will help her
because
because
then she
WWE.
tried the first time and it didn't work out, and then
I don't
boom.
know the whole deals about that.
Oh,
Just
okay.
being real talk. I just know that with her, with Jade. what they do in WWE, what everybody everywhere else you go, is pretty much going to be show us everything you got. With WWE, is going to be they're going to be like, show us the 10 things you do best. Okay, let's work with this and try to make a match out of that shit. They do, yes, for some wrestlers, they do cut your shit off in half, but that's cutting it in half to make it more bang. You know what I mean? Especially if you got somebody good working on a match with you, a real good producer. So that's why I say I think Jade less will work for her. I think it will, man. And also, I stand by that. I think Brian Kendrick should have been training her instead of Brian Danielson, but that's whatever. And finally, last person came out was Liv and D's phone. Where's Sasha? Why Sasha's not here? So they screwed over Mercedes again. Where's Sasha at? Where's Sasha? Where's Sasha? This is why D said this, and why I will always say this. I need all of y'all niggas to unscrew her dick out of y'all mouths. I am tired of this.
Number one, I feel Sasha, once she's recovering, is going to try to do her thing in New Japan and pick up where she left off at before she got injured,
or try to prove everybody wrong and do everything AEW, because that's my thing. It's like with Sasha's at this weird road where, and I'm not saying it's going to happen because WWE has proven they won't do shit like this, but I have this feeling she's like, I'm ready to come back, and Triple H is like, well, you want to do something like that? It just closed the door to fame. Like, I think she's messing with fire as far as her coming back.
That's what I said. Trips is the type that be like, yeah, Sasha, you might want to go to AEW right now.
Yeah, or like this. So I'm thinking I might come back. Here's Triple H. Yeah. You know what else would be a good place you can go to? Japan. I know this guy.
It's like, all right, Trips, I'll trust you.
And you know what? And us saying that makes me think that was said to her, and that's the reason why she don't like nobody over there. like I said, Sasha. Like I said, where there's smoke, there's fire with her.
Yeah.
Because I get it. Her attitude is going to rub everybody wrong anyway. But a part of me thinks that's what all everybody says about her, and I'm thinking, well, this all old white men. Sure.
Yeah.
But Triple H loves the Negroes, if the last time I checked. So ain't no way in the world. And Triple H is one of those people, unlike Vince, is like, yeah, I like sass on a black chick. You can stay here.
Stay here. I
like Vince be like this. Where's her tits? Like, that's the difference between
the priorities is just out of whack
between the two. And people need to learn that. But nah, when Liv showed up, I was like, oh shit, Liv showed up, because I do have a tiny thing for Liv, but
she took out Jade, and I was like, oh shit.
She took out Jade, and I was like, ooh, I like it. Let the blonde throw out the black goddess. Yes, let it happen.
Oh no, yeah, no, that's pretty much what we were getting at. It's too much talent.
Oh man.
How you gonna reintegrate? Sasha's gonna be like, I should be at the top. I'm like, Sasha, there's like so many people.
All right, we can put you on the main roster, but you know what I got a feeling what's gonna happen? It's gonna be this. Like, so Sasha wants to come back. Everybody like, oh, here's Charlotte. Wow, that's nice. You're just gonna come in the middle of my beef right now? Is that what you're gonna do? Talk to Becky. And Becky was like, that's nice, Sasha, but I'm fighting with somebody else right now. Here's Nia. Nah, bitch, I just got the championship belt. No, we're not doing this. Like, I got a feeling nobody's going to really, it's going to be the CM Punk effect.
Yeah.
It's going to be the exact CM Punk effect, So, whatever. But that being said, my oldest son said the most vicious thing, though.
What?
He said, and I quote, I'm glad, like, I was like, wow, Sasha ain't there. He goes this, Naomi's there.
Cool. Yeah.
That's my oldest son. My oldest son, who doesn't watch wrestling but knows the business. Oh, Donnie don't watch it, but he knows the business well. And he's like, wait a minute, what's happening? What's happening? He goes, they ain't happening, Pops. Like, yeah, exactly.
Like, that will never be happening. We're done with this.
So anyway, the next match, Chris, which I have to say, didn't have to be that entertaining. It didn't have to be that entertaining. We all knew that Roman was going to win this match. But when Roman went on the carousel of specials, I died laughing.
You know what was great about this match is that, again, it's to be fair, it didn't bury none of the wrestlers.
No, it didn't.
Because I think the fear I was gonna have was because Roman prior to this was like, I'm gonna stack all three of these bodies and I'm gonna pin them.
Oh,
Right?
that would have pissed me off.
But the greatest thing is that every wrestler got their shot at Roman, and Roman did one of those. I almost fucking lost this shit.
Man, AJ caught him on that Styles Clash, nearly breaking his neck. I was like, he ain't getting up. 1, 2, kick out. Yeah, all right. Man, LA caught that nigga with it. He caught that nigga with an even flow joke. That nigga said, whoop, whoop, whop, blam. I'm like, yeah.
Oh, it was the spear into the RKO that had me in tears.
That was the better one. I knew everybody was tripping about the one the other night.
No, it was Superman punching the RKO. That's what he did.
Yeah. I know everybody was tripping about that joke the other night. They were like, oh, no, this one was better because Roman really said, oh, right into I'm like, yo. Right there, I was hoping, like, if Randy got up immediately hyping himself up, I was like, he's about to be the one pinned. If Randy got him, like, what? I'm like,
Yes.
Randy's gonna get up and get speared 1, 2, 3 times.
Nah, the one that had me rolling was the early in the match, right? Randy sat there and fucking damn, powerbomb Roman on the table, right? LA is like, that's great. Watch me. Bam, that's how you do it. Bro.
Real talk. This was one of those matches. This did remind me of when Brock was a champion. It was Brock versus Kane versus Samoa Joe versus Braun versus, I think, Roman.
Yeah.
And they all jumped the boy. At the end of that match, Brock still had that belt. Look, because Samoa Joe fucked him his hands up the whole match. He looked at Joe, kicked that nigga before he left. I was like, yeah, I would too.
Some petty shit, but
He did. Look, he did. He got on us. Them niggas had me scared, man. I made it though. I'm still the champion.
Actually, I did love that run though of Brock going after getting almost beat by everybody and just like
the
dear
best
God.
one.
The Samoa one was the better one though.
The best one, but it was Samoa Joe. Samoa almost killed that nigga. But the best one to me that really got somebody over to me was Daniel Bryan, because that went into his own championship run after that. Because Daniel got murked most of that match and kept getting up, and even though and he got busted open. And Brock got 1, 2, 3. He kicked out. You just see him standing up. You just see Brian on his knees just laughing. You see a little bit of blood trickling down. And Brock's like, this little motherfucker ain't done. He got up.
Nobody hear no bell.
He got up, tossed that nigga in there. He got hit with that kick. Daniel Bryan crawled over there, almost had this thing. I was like, yo. The match was over. Brock gonna walking out. Daniel Bryan just look at him. You almost lost, did you? Because after that, Daniel Bryan became a heel and all the rest of that. That to me, that was the best one.
Oh yeah,
because that actually led into somebody's, whatever, their own story and all the rest of that. Yeah, so yeah, man.
But this match was definitely great. I'll be honest with you, Logan and KO was actually.
I didn't see none of it. I saw none of it. I'm so mad.
I loved it because they're gonna probably end up fighting for the belt at WrestleMania or Elimination Chamber. But one of those
I think at WrestleMania. I think that'd be the right thing because
I loved it because Logan literally did the heel shit and was like, "I got these brass knuckles. I'm taking them out."
I hated how so much bullshit that was because I did see that part when he slit that joke in 1, 2, 3. Wait a minute, it's on his hands. I'm thinking to myself, cool. I mean,
all right, cool. But I just like
Kevin's
how
gonna get that belt.
That's what I'm saying. But I like the punctuation of Kevin coming back in the ring when Logan was celebrating. Like, nah, nigga, you think you're gonna get away?
No. See what you're not about to do, toss. What ain't about to happen, stomp. Oh my God,
man,
he powerball that nigga into the motherfucking chair. Oh God, I hope. I really feel that on Logan's end, it only got so far. I think they got everything they could out of Logan. On some real Logan has really showed that he's not going to be 100% a wrestler here. So you have to treat him like a part-timer. You really have to treat him like a part-timer. So here's my thing. Y'all should have never put a belt on him.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it was a slow period. And I get during slow periods, people get the belts thrown
Gotta
on
do
them.
something wow, you know.
And you gotta do something to make sure a pay-per-view sells. I get it.
Sure. You know, it's better than the heavyweight belt. So it's like, all right, cool.
At the
Uh,
time, it was better than the heavyweight
but
belt.
the
So
men's
what?
Royal Rumble, I loved it because Jimmy and Jay being 1 and 2, I was laughing because, you know, the nerd of some folks was like, oh, so this is like when Miles met his doppelganger in the last movie. And I
That
was
was
like,
funny. That was actually funny.
that's actually funny.
That
Like a lot.
actually kind of tracks. That one actually
That tracks. That
That's actually
tracks.
a good one. That's actually a smart nerd joke. I give that one. Both of them being in the ring, I knew they was gonna do some shit like that. Grayson coming in there. Shout out to Grayson
I
Waller.
love Grayson.
Shout out to Grayson Waller doing the Lord's work on Australian television. Where some dude like I can wrestle. He's like, you don't even know what you're doing, mate. He says, see, this is the problem. All the smack you, not the little soft one. All the hit you. And the way he was talking, I was like this. That's right. That's right. That's right. Protect the business. Protect the business.
Grayson Waller, the 5th best import out of Australia.
As a wrestler, that's what I'm saying. It's like the 5th, yeah. Steve Irwin's ghost, Steve Irwin's son. I love his son.
Yahoo Serious, Chris Hemsworth,
I was gonna look for a real talk.
Crocodile Dundee.
I love Irwin's kid. He's just like his dad. I'm not going to give it Crocodile Dundee. I was about to say Yahoo Serious. Now the joke's not funny. Rhea, then him. No, Rhea. Look, Rio. No, I said Rhea. Rocco's Modern Life, then him.
No. Margot Robbie, then him.
Now I was saying that clip of your boy in the courtroom. Margot Robbie, yeah. Girl ain't got the girl ain't thick, but she thick.
It's like we dig it.
Ain't nothing thick about Margot Robbie, but she thick though.
So Grayson was great. Andrade, that was a surprise for me.
I was like, your contract up, nigga?
I mean, you know what's
I
crazy?
didn't know it was up. I didn't know he had to sign it. You know what I mean?
But if you believe the dirt sheets, this is probably the only believable thing out of dirt sheets because there was like rumblings that Andrade wasn't happy at AEW, and you know all that stuff.
That was very clear. Like I was going to say it before we got on the show, but they was talking about the people who were for AEW that are in WWE right now. And like it's very interesting. I wasn't going to shit on nobody because it was just going to state how it was.
Yeah.
Fucking Cody built AEW, so when he left, he was done with it. So it was cool.
Yeah.
Jade never got over in the way I thought she should. Like they had everything for her, but she couldn't grow. It felt like she wasn't growing to me. Then you got Andrade. Andrade fell into the loop where he got matches, but you can tell their eyes drew off him real quick when he started to get established.
Yeah.
So you can't. So I can't get too mad at that, man. Like Andrade being like hearing in the dirt sheets, about him being upset. I didn't take it as serious as I thought I should.
So you don't know how much stock to really put into. Oh, is he really angry? You know, it's like all right, whatever.
Because and also I'm getting confused with him and Miro. See, Miro, his wife is over there,
so he's over there for a while.
Work. He got worried about that. Also, I'm pretty sure Miro was like, "Yeah, get your ass up out of here, touching my wife like that in the promos." because CJ was his manager right before. I guess he's back in WWE. We don't know yet, but but the fact that he was there, I was like, okay. So and then I had to see cute. That's what I said. I would call it cute. Because I saw the little clip of Andrade right before he put that robe on. Charlotte with him greasing him up, and she's all happy and shit. She's got this big old smile on her face, like, "Yay, my man back. He here again, buddy. I make more money than him." You're like this. Don't be saying that out loud. Charlotte did get that stack dropped on her, and I told y'all last time she kind of deserves it.
Yeah.
So whatever. Anyway, Mello showed up, bro.
I love Mello. That guy's gonna be, when he gets to that main roster, he's definitely gonna be shining.
Yep. Shinsuke showed up, kicked the living shit. Who was that? Grayson? He kicked in the head like that?
He kicked the shit out of Grayson in the head. It was hilarious.
Yo, Shinsuke to me, I was laughing because I was watching the clip of Shinsuke versus Finn, and they was wrestling hard in NXT and all that, and everybody like, man, they don't wrestle like Vince told them not to wrestle like this. I'm like, no, they just slowed down. They both knew they were getting old, and also Finn broke his, seriously broke his shoulder, so yeah, they both had to slow down. Shin still can wrestle the way he wants to. If Shin wants to throw a knee at your ass, he will throw a knee at your
Oh,
ass.
he kicked the shit out
He-
of it was Grayson the first time, and then Carmelo threw Grayson out, and then all of a sudden you just see a flying knee hit.
Yeah, that's who it
Carmelo.
was. Carmelo. It was Carmelo that caught that.
Carmelo caught the flying knee, just like bam. I'm like, oh, well, shit.
Shinsuke hit the shit out that nigga. Yeah, that was funny. Shinsuke was in there for 20 minutes, man. I didn't know that. He was in there for 20 minutes.
Santo Escobar came in there, was like, hey, I'm Mexican, you're Mexican. Let's
Hey!
do this. And just Andrade was like, all right, sure.
Andrade and him, their history. They don't have a shared history. They were just both luchadors at one point. They were both when they both came to WWE, they took off their mask. Andrade was CMLL New Japan. Phantasma was AAA, and he was AAA, and he was in
AAA.
CMLL.
Yeah, true.
He was
yeah,
a CM, I think he was a CMLL too, because he did a couple of
I knew he was AAA. I didn't know he was CMLF.
I think he was. I'm not really sure, but because the only reason I say that because I know he did like a couple matches over in New Japan. I don't know if it was still under a different affiliation or whatever like that. So they ain't got no really background with each other. Oh, you're a Nepo. No. Actually, they do. Hey, I'm a Nepo baby. You're a Nepo baby. Here's Andrade. You kind of ain't though. Like, yeah, I am, nigga.
Now here's the thing.
I'm dog Mexican. You dog Mexican. Here, Andrade. Chill with that. I'm not one of y'all.
So Karrion Kross came in, and
Karrion has the nastiest finisher right now to me, man.
Karrion also has the Authors of Pain, who are getting another go round. I think we talked about it on the last sports show, and I'm like,
No, we did it. Showed up before.
Okay.
Talked about that.
Yeah. I'm looking at Authors of Pain, like, all right, guys, this is your fourth shot.
Don't fuck it up. Don't say I want to do MMA because you get bored. Don't do that.
Hey, look, I like that Karrion and the Authors of Pain are beefing with the new
don't say that.
No, the new Hurt Business.
No, they call themselves. Don't they call themselves the Business or something like that?
Yeah, the Business or something like that. But
I forgot what they call themselves. But yeah, I like everybody that night also put up pictures of Bobby Lashley, talking about Bobby Lashley hasn't aged since the 5th grade, and yeah. Bobby is an example of black don't crack unless we do crack.
He doesn't have eyebrows, so you can't really get it gauged on.
You go to hell home. You do not talk about his eyebrows. You hear me?
You can't get a gauge on the age with no eyebrows and a bald head.
That man, Chris, you see how I point? That man served in the United States Army. You would leave his eyebrows out of this. Oh man. That nigga was. I'm guaranteed. I don't want to see a picture of Bobby Lashley before he grew muscles. It's going to be so because his head was always that big.
Yeah, he looks like black powder in the NFL.
You need to stop it. Man. Powder's way worse. We don't know where he's anyway. Dominic Mysterio was in this joke for
30 minutes.
33 minutes.
And CM Punk took him out. Fitting.
Fitting. Carlito only got 2 minutes, which I was mad at that. Carlito only got 2 of them, but it's Carlito, man. He's all right.
That Royal Rumble paycheck was good, though.
I bet shut the fuck up. You know that Rumble paycheck like this. Man, keep these coming, man. I just show up one day a week, man. This is all you want to do for
I know
me.
I'm on SmackDown now, show up eating an apple, but it's great. I'll take it.
Oh man, Bobby Lashley showed up, and then like I said, it devolved into madness, and they go into the back, and I loved it because Ludwig is coming out, and this sparked something really funny because Ludwig always has his hand looking very German, going out like this. And you just see them walk by here, just look like, ooh, Negroes and a Puerto Rican. Ew, he had that look on his face.
I am loving the beef between New Day and Imperium. I love it.
I like it too.
I love it.
I like Ludwig got in that joke. Flex for 2.5 minutes, and he told, baby, he was not in there for 9 minutes.
Him and Kofi were nursing their time in that ring until Kofi was like, "Yeah, time for you to get out of here, Ludwig." Yeet.
I didn't know that, man.
Oh,
Austin,
by the way, side note.
hmm?
Earlier on, I love how Grayson was like, "Yeet, what is that?
What is that? What is
What is
that?
that? What is that? I
You
don't
know that. You know.
understand yeet."
You know that. Anyway, Austin Theory showed up and came and went. I didn't look. Austin. They gonna figure out what they gonna do with Austin, man.
Grayson's
He
taking
is.
Grayson's
You
taking
ain't
all the
lying.
shine from Austin.
You ain't lying. I feel bad for Austin because, like, just real talk. Grayson talks better than him. Austin Russell's really better than him. So it's like
I get why they paired them
I
together
hate
because
this.
I get why they pair them together because it's a balance. Because it's like, well, you got the guy that's the mouthpiece to the guy that can wrestle. So all
I
right,
think
let's see where this goes.
I think my wife mentioned this. They really want Austin Theory to be the Daniel Bryan version of the Miz.
He's Dean Malenko.
Meaning that he can go, but he's also the Miz where it's like, shut up.
No, sir. He's Dean Malenko, but annoying.
He's annoying Dean Malenko, so he's Disco Inferno. Disco Inferno
Disco
wishes.
Kid.
Disco wishes he
Wishes.
could rest.
He's
He
Alex
wishes
Wright.
he could- Alex Wright, but Alex Wright was likable.
Okay, you're right. That dance and the yeah, he did have charisma. Yeah, the dance.
Hey, hold on. No, you said that right. He did have charisma. Here's Bischoff. No, he didn't.
That's a lie because when they had that motherfucker come out there as Berlin, he somehow
hate-
made Berlin work.
But that tells you something though, man. And Alex Wright is not like I actually saw some him interviewing. He's not upset over that shit. It's just like, hey, that's the way wrestling goes.
No, he made Berlin work. I was like, I didn't think
Yeah,
that
I
shit was gonna
know.
work. I was like, God damn, he made it work.
And I like, hey man, he could have been something bigger. I think I don't know if Bischoff admits that they did him wrong
Kinda fucked
because
up a little bit.
there are some decisions that somebody makes like, hey man, I made that decision. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know if Bischoff's one of those decisions where Bischoff goes. I really feels like, hey, I got that wrong, man. He could have been a superstar.
Because wasn't Alex Wright at the Performance Center recently?
No, not that. I don't know, man. I don't think so.
I gotta
Alex,
look up recent stuff here because I'm like, Alex Wright.
I think the last thing Alex Wright did was like in the 2000s, or something like that. I don't think he wrestles at all. I mean, like, period. I think he's done. So, whatever. Anyway, Finn was out there for 11 minutes. I thought so. Yeah, because I knew Finn was out there, but he ended up disappearing, man. Of course, like we said, Cody, he ends up winning the whole thing. Cody was in there for 43 minutes. Only eliminated 4 people, but it doesn't really matter how many people you eliminate in this shit. You know how that goes. Bronson.
Reed, what are you?
Really? Is that how you feel about Bronson?
I gotta see more. I'm not saying he's
understand
gonna be bad. It's just I gotta see more.
It's like this, man. You that big, you gotta have the same. When you that big, man, you gotta have the same energy as Umaga. You have to. But then again, it's like, well,
Umaga was Umaga though.
and also, you're Australian Samoan. You're not an American Samoan, so we can't treat you the same way.
So
we
he's
can't
like-
treat y'all the same way.
He's on the tip of like almost New Zealand. New Zealand.
I thought no, for real. I
This-
thought Bronson was from New Zealand. I looked at
No,
this
he's
nigga from
Australia.
Australia. That's what I was like. This nigga from Australia.
He's from Australia proper. He ain't New Zealand, Australia, like by proxy of Australia, New Zealand.
Shout out to Kofi for being there for 3 minutes.
He
And
didn't even get a spot. That was crazy.
no, that's what everybody look because of that happened to me. Where the spot at? Why he ain't do nothing? WWE's falling off because Kofi ain't. You know what happened when Kofi almost killed himself that last time? That's what I bet Vince.
Oh, the one where New Day luckily caught him before he almost landed on his head.
I bet Vince was like, no more. All these nigger shenanigans, no more. Like, look, you know what? Here's Z. Are we gonna stop him for saying it? No. Just
But hold on, D.
let him finish.
But D, technically, Kofi still hasn't been eliminated since the New Day caught him outside. So
You in this Curtis Axel method of thinking of stuff.
hey, blame Xavier for that one.
Yeah, I blame Xavier for that because he did mention that.
Gunther.
Gunther was actually my favorite to win. Like, now the last one, Bailey was my favorite because I knew Bailey got this one. She's gonna win this whole thing. I'm glad she did. She stayed in there longer than anybody else. You know what I mean? I like that shit. Now, well, Gunther, I thought he was gonna win the whole thing. Fuck me, I was wrong.
Here's the thing. I feel there's a story going with that
Oh,
where
I do too.
he got eliminated by Cody for the second time. I feel when Cody gets the belt, Gunther's going to be the one to be like, "Hey, bro, so yeah, you took me out twice and kept me from getting that belt. We fight."
I think he gonna cave that nigga's chest in for free. I think he's gonna be out there, Cody gonna be out there with the belt. So, what do you want to talk about tonight? Next, Imperial show up, stomp this nigga out, hold his chest out, hold that nigga's chest out. Oh, you better look, Gunther get real nigga rich with it. You better not flinch.
Yo, who was it that tried to slap Gunther and he just looked at him like, the hell was that? Just
I forgot who did that.
pop. No, Dominic. Dominic tried to chop him. He's like, really?
Oh, that was hilarious,
Pop.
man. Hey, that was hilarious, man. Of course, the MVP, one of the MVPs this year so far, Ivar. Ivar is, I'm scared if they're going to turn on any green lights with him because, good lord, that motherfucker runs too fast. He jumps too high. And granted, the people he wrestled with know how to make it look like that.
It's the Sammo Hung effect.
But he looks like he hits super hard too.
Oh, if the Viking Raiders split up and he's going solo.
Oh no, he already got it, man. I feel bad for the other dude, the other Igor, I guess his name is. I don't know his part.
Piper and Ivar got something going on. He's just like, so what can I do?
Eric. No, Eric and Ivar. Eric and Ivar. I fucked that up. Eric, Eric, I feel bad for him because right now his partner is eating. This reminded me. It's not the same thing, but this reminded me of that time where they started pushing Harper in part of the Wyatt family, where it's like everybody else got hurt or something. I think they both got hurt. He was the only one that was still functional, and I was like, oh man,
because he won the IC. Because he won the IC title during that time. That was.
I think they're gonna do the same thing with Ivar. I think that's gonna be there. But anyway, Braun Breaker came out there doing what he needed to do, and
being his daddy.
Boy, I will give him this. Like I said, I still see his uncle. When he moves off those ropes, I still see his uncle, but I will give him that. When he hits people, oh God.
If he fine-tunes his mic skills, the sky's the limit.
That's what I'm saying. The way he grabs people, toss them, slams them, pick up people like it ain't nothing. I agree with the crowd. I agree with
what he did to
Rick, bro.
What he did to Omos.
Woo. I'm sorry, man. That's something that your daddy would have did.
Side note.
Clear that nigga.
Side note, here's something about Omos. I don't know if you saw it. Somebody said it is crazy. WWE has Omos as the big silent big dude, right? If you go to his TikTok, Omos is funny as shit.
Yeah.
He has charisma and a half. And I'm like, bro.
Omos is actually is what I call standard charming Nigerian. He's like really funny.
He does cologne reviews on TikTok and it's
cologne
great.
Reviews, nigga.
Yes,
serious?
He does. Dead ass.
I'm sorry. Omos looked like a nigga that would do cologne reviews, but he also looks like the dude that will like yeah, see this Savage right here. See what you gotta do with Savage. You gotta put this all over your body. You gotta do it like this. Nah, that ain't enough. Yeah. So every time I go to the club, it's like
but it's weird
because like he's one of them.
But it's weird. It's like you see that, and it's like I don't know. I don't want to sit there and say, "Oh, Omos is being used wrong." It's like if they can just input that charisma into his character, it could work.
Yes, it could. I really think there is this.
Also, up, down, down. He's hilarious on that shit too.
I really think there is something with him that they really want to bring out. It's just that course. It's like the thing that sucks about wrestling is if you if you change anybody's course, you can fundamentally change them as a wrestler, as all that shit. Yeah. Like it was so funny because when Karrion Kross is doing his whole Jesse Ventura thing and everybody loved it. Will Sasso of all people said something incredibly smart. He said he's so good at that you could convince everybody in that building to, all right, stop this. We're going to make you do a Jesse Ventura gimmick. Here's the problem. You would destroy him as a wrestler. I'm like, yes, you would.
That menacing Karen Cross.
That's the sick part about it. Because if you take him away from the menacing carrying cross, he can't go back to it until he leaves WWE and reestablish it on the indies.
Right
And
now,
that's for some people, just real talk, a death nail. That
Right.
I got to go back to my old gimmick and nobody's going to get
right
back on it.
now,
So,
I'm actually liking this not Psycho Sid aspect that
oh,
he's going for. I'm loving it.
I love the his fake psycho shit he does. The whole because it's I will give him this. It's presentation with him.
Mhm.
He knows how he looks. He knows if he leans into his Puerto Rican more and make his hair look longer, he can look menacing.
Looking like Lorenzo Lamas from Renegade and shit.
Shout out to his wife. Shout out to Scarlett. Scarlett come out there. All she gotta do is make her lips look fat and go, "Time's up," and just walk away. That's a he has the look. So yes, I agree with Will Sasso. Like if you were to do that, you would destroy him as a wrestler. And I don't want that on my conscience that like we listen to Will Sasso.
We said it earlier. Pat McAfee came in, and like I said, I think that was the Brock Lesnar thing.
I deserved. My sons thought I was a freaking. Well, one of my sons thought I was a mind reader, and that I looked up the dirt sheet and I did it. I said, I guarantee you, I know what's going to happen. Before the night starts, hey, let's go. I'm like, I knew it. And my other son, who's a Pat McAfee fucking stan. Oh. I'm like, yo.
I love Pat. Pat was great.
Pat walked in that ring, and I love that. Yeah, you are right. I think that was supposed to be Brock there and Omos, which I got to still be honest with you. Braun ain't a small dude. So even if Braun is about an inch taller than me, that would be 5'11". That's still freaking scary to see somebody that jacked. Yeah, so yeah, nah. Yeah.
Hey, JD McDonough, how you doing?
All right, see you later.
We're done. No. Get on the scale. Get on the scale. Get on.
He was in there for 3
seconds. It literally is get on the scale. Get off the scale.
Here's
yeah, Jay Uso ended up kicking him out the ring. So that was like
I feel as though when it comes to JD, well, not JD, when it comes to being in the spot of you're not going to be in it long, I think if you're the wrestler, you got to come up with what's the funniest thing I can do while still being in character going towards the ring. And that's the whole thing. And I will give JD that because JD got beat up before he made it to the ring. And when he got back in with a yoink.
R-Truth just did it again. Comes in there.
R-Truth came in there.
That's for the hot tag. The hot tag from his boy The Miz. I was done.
Not The Miz, no. It was The Miz. No, this is how I knew it was going. No.
It was Dominic.
It was Dominic. But wait, this is the part for me. Because I had a feeling he was going to do this shit, right? Because he got on the apron, and when he got on the apron, I saw him grab for the rope that's right there so you can lean out for it. And when he did that, I'm like, no, Truth. You're not about to reach for a hot tag. He over there hyping the crowd. I was like, no. Dominic, because he was with the shits. Trip, slap the crowd. Yeah. The crowd, I never... And then you know what Truth did? Oh, you can wrestle. We forgot. Truth can wrestle. Truth, Truth at any time, like, I was the NWA heavyweight champion. They don't give that to dudes that don't know how to wrestle.
You know what? Truth is doing this thing.
There was a time. Anyway.
You know what? I give Truth this. Truth is doing what people in his position where it's like you're trying to find something to do because, like you always say, the up top and the mid cards is so packed. It's like, okay, what can I do in the meantime since I can't wrestle? And it's like he is in his mode where he finds stuff like, okay, I can find some skits and pitch it to where WWE's like, all right, Truth, do it. Fuck it. Got you. Go for it. And it just works in his favor.
What if I just stay in the background? And what do you say? I'll just be eating something. I'll just looking at everybody and I ask questions. Like, all right, Truth. We're gonna let you ask the questions. Actually, at this point, I think they just call him by look here, Ron. Look, Ron.
Oh, no. When he had the shit that we do, he be having Damian Priest in tears.
Boy,
Damian be
I love
trying
it.
not to laugh. Like, fucking hate this guy. I hate him so much about to laugh.
And you know what? Great storytelling. Because the Miz, and shout out to the Miz trying his best to have a second win in his career. Like, shout out to the Miz for trying third win, nigga. Third
I mean, he did win the WWE Championship.
WWE
and then,
title. WWE title, one of the greatest intercontinental champions of all time.
U.S. champ for a short
You
time.
no. I don't count that one. I hate to be this person. You took Maurice off the shelf, man. That's respect for D. You took Maurice off the shelf, nigga. You said no, the streets ain't yours.
Mine's now.
Use mine now. So shout out to Miz. Shout out to Michael. Okay. So now hold on. 4. I said what I meant. I'm going to be a WWE. I'm going to be a WWF one day. He meant it and he did it. So yeah. But shout out to Miz, man. But Damian did something, like I said, stayed with storyline. He saw Truth threw his black ass right out that ring. Good. I'm established heel again. By the way, my wife hates him. Angie can't stand that nigga.
What, the
She
Miz?
said, no, Damian. She said because Damian miscued 2 spinning kicks, and Angie was like, "I'm done with your bisexual looking ass. I am so done with you."
I love Damian. I love him.
I can't convince Angie to like Damian. I'd like Damian since he was Punishment Martinez, yeah. So he's always been my nigga, man.
CM Punk came in. I'm gonna say this right now. CM Punk is in better shape here than he was in AEW.
Tell that to some other people. They don't believe that. And I have a rebuttal for that. They was like, man, he was all beat red, all tired at the end of that. Because Drew McIntyre hit him, kept hitting him to the point where I saw people in the front row going, "Hey, yo, 911. Yeah, so this is a man named Phillip Brooks getting beat down by a Scottish dude. Yeah, I need y'all to bring yo. Drew came in there. First off, Drew is another person that I think is going to come out of nowhere and have the WWE title, and I think people are going to be in trouble. Like, I really think they're going to give him another run, and it's going to be the run that he's supposed to have the first time, which means everybody in a mama is dead. So buckle up. I have that happening within a year or so. That he's going to be a champion.
Poor Ricochet, you were casualty of Drew for like the umpteenth time.
Boy, like, look, man. Look, Ricochet has always been a background character for me half the time anyway. And I love Ricochet. But it's like,
got a fine ass girlfriend. You know?
Hey, yo, Trevor. I'm gonna need you to hop your little mulatto ass about this ring.
Your girlfriend over there saying thuggish ruggish bone.
Shout out
Roman Reigns. Like,
Joe, shout out to Samantha, because when she's like that W, she's just going for it. Roman over there like, yeah, say my name. That's right. Yeah, like Roman got hyped off that joke. I loved it. Yeah.
I gotta say this real quick.
She's awesome, man.
It is
She's
interesting
really
to
good.
be. It is interesting to be like on one end, we talked about with Jay, where you got the non-wrestler fans like, who's this woman, right?
Yeah.
On the other end, I love it for women when they see Roman Reigns like, who's this guy? He looks like he could be related to The Rock. Well, that's The Rock's cousin, actually.
It's Roman. What I found out, it's Roman, Randy, Drew, and God, who else it is?
I've seen Finn a couple of times.
I ain't seen no girl like Finn yet.
It's really
I know they exist.
It's Finn when he had the paint on and you could see the 8-pack and all that stuff. Like, who the hell is this guy? But like,
my wife just told me lots of them love Finn. But Randy is now a daddy now, so good God.
yeah,
It's
that
terrible.
ups it up even more.
It's terrible with Randy. It's terrible with Randy because women now, because all the girls that hated him when he was kicking people in the head
I kind of
during the
love him
PG
now.
era, all the want to have his babies now. It's so funny. I laugh at this though. The one that makes me laugh is that I have only heard one girl say they like Cody, and it was a black girl. So that kind of made me laugh.
Get it from his daddy, so it makes sense.
Oh man, look, no, he got that from.
Say it,
Speaking of which, me and my look, we joking at this like, man, look, man, Cody's half Cuban, and his dad is technically a light skinned Milano, so that would make him actually a whole all the way black. Look, the point is,
by proxy of
by
this.
proxy, technically Cody's African American.
But the Roman shit from women has me dying because
Boy,
it's like because number one, it makes up for the fact that a lot of black women really weren't feeling The Rock like that because he's never beaten those. I
that
don't
does
like
show you
because
something.
number one, he's never beaten I don't like black women allegations, even though he
Never.
never said that. So with Roman, number one, some of these black chicks saw that he has a black wife. They're like, oh,
Yeah,
shit.
And here's the thing I learned about that. A lot of black women will do that quick background check on you. Like, I bet he don't like sisters. And he saw that his wife is a light-skinned girl with funny eyes. They were like, all right.
Yeah, it changed up like
I might have a chance.
because funny enough, because some of them kind of were liking Jimmy too when they saw him and Naomi, and they're like, "Oh,
I
okay.
think look,
All right,
I
cool."
think they get away with it. Look, here's the problem. This is just D. Samoan niggas get away with that shit. They get to get away with that because if Samoan dude had my hair, it'd be just like this, but curlier, and he'll get more.
You're looking like Cliff Curtis from fucking Hobbs and
I'm
Shaw.
saying, man. I say I got cousins who got that hair, man. They make me sick, man. Being all yellow and like, what you talking about, D? You know, like I hate that, yeah. Like, but so yeah, I do see that. My mom said that about Roman. My mom said that about Roman. I don't think my mom was attracted. Like, woo, who's him? My mama said, like, who is that? I'm like, that's the Rock's cousin, man.
Hey, two
Boy.
has been kind of getting it too here in this area.
Yo,
Apparently. Tua's
hey,
brother, I should say.
Oh yeah, Tua's brother. Of course he gets around here, man. All these black girls and white girls who sneak over into Prince George's County. Of course they want to. Yo, but that's the only reason I wanted to watch this with my dad. My dad was out of town. I wanted to watch this with my dad because I wish my dad saw Jade just to hear my dad's voice, just to hear what my dad say. My dad probably like, ooh, who that?
Sammy rounding out the Royal Rumble surprised me because I was like, oh shit, that's right. Sammy was out for a minute.
Now, I clapped because it was like, wait a minute, hold up. We at the final 6. This sounds dumb. Sammy does have technical. It is technically, I got something to fight for in this. You know what I mean? I ain't got nothing to lose. I'm playing with house money. Perfect person you want in the ring. There's Drew, Gunther, Cody, CM Punk, and I forgot who the last person was, man. But yeah, but like everybody had a purpose of being in that joint. So it got down to the final 4 where it was just Punk, Drew, Gunther, and Cody. Now here's the problem. Now, only if there was any problem, and I understand this for some people got tired at that point, but at that point you were supposed to see both Cody and Punk get their ass kicked. That was the whole point of that part. Because that whole time you saw Cody put in the minimal offense just to get switched, slap. Drew beat Phil he beat Phil
like a rented mule.
Like he done stole all the liquor out of his house and replaced it with pure water. Yo, Drew beat this nigga's ass like he slept like Phil slept with his mom, yo. I mean, every second.
Crazy.
Man, like the old blues record. Whoop you when I wanna, slap when I wanna, slap. He beat the shit out of him, man.
So, but I laugh because your connotation when it came down to Phil and Cody, it was like they had 1 HP left. Somebody gotta go.
Oh man,
smash sudden death.
Boy, that's really what it was. It was technically on smash sudden death. Both of these dudes, doo-doo. That was the whole point about them going back and forth. And it made me laugh that CM Punk has been in the business long enough where he has the right to say what he said at the end of that joke. I ain't wait 10 years to lose the Dusty's kid. And I was like, he technically can't call Cody Dusty's kid because, like, nigga, I worked for your dad back in Ring of Honor, nigga. What the like? Who is you? You the son. So, I got a good laugh out of that, and there is a bit of story with that, but I don't care to go into that. But anyway, whatever. Crossroads threw his ass over the rope. Everybody lost it. It was incredible.
Now
It,
Cody. Oh yeah,
it
Roman up in the owner's box.
Yeah, bruh. I knew too. But see, that's the thing about wrestling. That's the one thing I hate about wrestling, but I also love about wrestling. For me, that gave me an indication of, oh shit, Punk about to lose, Punk about to lose. Because in wrestling, you can't talk shit. You can't talk shit, especially when we know for a fact the referee told y'all 2 minutes ago, finish. You know what I mean? So we can tell when the ref go, both of y'all finish, finish. we we
Uh,
we can tell. So when we hear lines like that blurted out, we go like, "Yo, that's going to be whatever with the match and shit like that." Yeah.
yeah, I think
But
the funniest shit ever I saw after the Royal Rumble was like when
uh,
Flo,
uh, Bow. When he did that, I was like, "Young Bucks, for real." The young my man said this nigga threw Punk out and then immediately shouted out his ops. If that ain't some nigga shit, I'm like, yes, it is.
the funniest
Thank you,
shit ever.
Cody.
Somebody said that this was Flow Rider when he found out that the Weeknd is doing the WrestleMania theme.
But I can't take this shit no more, man.
That's what I saw was he said, Pitbull. How come he don't love me, man? Oh God, man.
The road to the Elimination Chamber is going to be very interesting to see who's going
Oh,
to.
but me personally, Weekend's doing it again, D. I
Can't
love
hate it.
Look, hey man, look, Weekend sold me a couple years ago when Kobe a couple years ago when I was like, he should always do this.
What, man? Like I said, Weekend makes snorting coke off a chick's tits music. So hey,
Who knew that you can float it right into wrestling? Who knew? Actually, I don't think he makes snorting coke music no more. He makes drunk in a room thinking about you while getting a blowjob from another woman music now.
so he does it better than Drake. Basically, is what you're saying.
Look, Drake makes in the middle of the club, booties everywhere. She not even that cute. That's the type of music he makes.
Like, oh, well, that
Alright?
happened.
I'm a fan of his music, okay? So it's scumbag music, but it's broken-hearted scumbag that won't admit that he's broken-hearted. Okay?
Yeah.
It's just Future on a different level. That's all. Look, Future don't care. Drake cares, but he's hiding it. Chris, look. He's hiding it.
But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that was the Royal Rumble. That was our recap
Wonderful,
of
man.
the Pro Bowl is coming this weekend, so that's gonna be fun. But basically, probably next time you see us, it's gonna probably be basically after Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Definitely gonna be after Super
I
Bowl.
do plan for us to do a special. It's gonna be a wrestling special, so keep your eyes open for that shit.
Yes, Heroes of
um,
Wrestling.
If y'all don't know nothing about Heroes of Wrestling, I feel like I should play clips, but I don't know if YouTube's gonna knock us for that shit because Heroes of Wrestling. If you've never seen the pay-per-view, it is god awful.
It's a thing.
So it's a thing that existed. It's so I have to figure it out. Now, there's a good question real quick before we go. Was it better? Here's the thing. I really feel like this year is subjective. I do agree with a lot of people. I do
Jade
kind
was
of
the
feel
highlight of the women's rumble. To be
I
fair,
feel that that's really what was pushing
Well,
it.
actually, no. Naomi, Jade, and what's her face, TNA champ. Those are the three that was like
Yeah,
the
great. Yeah,
surprise
Jordan,
of the
yeah.
rumble and stuff.
I think it's because of that. I think if anything, I will give the women that they put on. I think they put on a better show. If I would give them, I think they put on a better show. I think it was a lot of exciting shit that happened with them was exciting. I think the men's was just a better wrestling show. They put it because it's still the problem that we're seeing with women's matches, in my opinion. Not women's matches, but in the Royal Rumble, is that it still comes off kind of because it's smaller bodies, we can see everybody in the ring. So when we see people being lazy, we can see it.
But
It ain't like that one year where Jericho literally just stayed in the middle of the corner and nobody noticed. You can't do that with women because everybody you can see everybody in the ring.
I think Sasha did that shit that one year when she came out of Sailor Moon. She
Sasha,
was in the corner
it was
chilling.
Sasha. No, it was a year out. It was a year out before, I think, when she was selling moon. Sasha and Bailey did nothing. They just stayed on the ground like this underneath the bottom rope the
Yeah,
entire time, and I cracked
yeah,
up. So you can like men can get away with it just because of bigger bodies, and I think there's a lot more running around with men. So you got to keep you it's constant like with even with women, there's constant moving in there. But I don't blame anybody for thinking that the women had the better show. Was the better of the two rumbles. I don't. I think the answer to me is yes, because everybody said that Cody wasn't going to win,
Mhm.
and that he's never going to finish the story. Forgetting that wrestling doesn't go by any of the rules.
It really don't.
They don't follow rules of actual storytelling. They can jump if they want to, and you will still eat it. So, I don't disagree with you saying that you thought it was better. I don't disagree with anybody that says it's better. Ah, you can't beat seeing Phil get his chest caved in, man. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. But anyways, folks, that is it, and we will catch you guys later. Peace.
Peace.
Actually, I gotta get going because I gotta go take care of something real quick.